2, 3.
Nah. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Oh, no.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, we come to you today to report some unfortunate news as the car and underground racing world have suffered a tremendous loss as they lost someone who is very well known. Popular social media influencer when it comes to cars, goes by the name One Stock F30 on social media, tragically lost his life in a car accident. The irony that he lost his life doing something that he loves, where some people say that before his passing, he made it clear that if he had to leave the earth that way, at least he left doing something that he loved to do. We all know death is inevitable, so to look on the bright side of things, I guess we could say it's a good thing that he was aware of the possibility of something happening to him as he took a risk doing what he liked to do. On the flip side, One Stock was young, on the come up to be an icon in the car world who had a large following and also a mother who cared about him deeply and worried about his desire to do what he did. One Stock's Instagram is full of cars and underground meets, where Stock was mostly known for not only his ability to win races, but the tuning of his vehicles. Widely known for the light blue Audi he gained notoriety with, some say he was also the best BMW tuner they've seen when it came to tuning. He often changed colors of his cars on multiple occasions and tricked them out with different add-ons such as lights, suspension, speed, you name it. One Stock made it clear a lot that he only raced on closed roads and didn't risk anybody else's life when he raced. Unfortunately, although he cared for the safety of others, he would end up losing his life. One Stock's passing would definitely be taken as a great loss to the community, and I think this could also serve as a lesson to those out there that race underground. Sometimes no matter how good you think you are, or even if you are good, there's certain things that we just can't prevent, and sometimes the end results could be fatal. Who would have thought that One Stock would end up losing his life this way? Sometimes we are forced to face things that are out of our control. We're going to get into what happened to One Stock, but before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. 25-year-old One Stock F30, who was also known as Dre amongst his peers in the drag racing community, was of Jamaican descent from New York and gained a lot of popularity as he recorded winning races and purchased several cars after beating competitors for money. As he gained traction for doing what he loved to do, he accumulated a large following across his social media platforms, where he garnered almost 200,000 followers on Instagram and over 56,000 followers on YouTube. As he continued to grow, he would create One Stock Gang, which included members of other races and others who were a part of One Stock's movement. One Stock was known for being risky and driving fast. That's just what made him stand out from others, as he was willing to go to limits that others weren't willing to go. This type of attitude worked to his advantage in the street racing world because it's almost like you have to be a daredevil in certain situations. But just as much as it could have been used to his advantage, it was also used against him. As they say, God gives some of his biggest challenges to his strongest soldiers. With that being said, Dre was already involved in a serious accident just 5 months ago in June of this year. Dre crashed his G42 Gen M240i into a wall, but fortunately for him at that time, he survived the accident. It's been reported that at the time of the accident, he was going about 170 miles per hour. Although he survived, he would later be hospitalized after experiencing back and chest pain from the accident as a result. What may have saved him at the time is that the fact that he was on the actual racetrack opposed to being on a public road. One Stock will also vlog about that on his YouTube channel, as his followers were almost thrilled yet concerned to know that he crashed and somehow still survived going at such speeds.
Damn. Yeah. You gotta get that.
One person in the comments would say, quote, "Bro was in the 8-second car with a helmet and a 3-point belt. No harness, no roll cage, no hands." He's got to understand that this wreck used up the last of his luck. And that's kind of interesting considering what actually happened. Another user would say, quote, "To crash at that speed and come out mostly unharmed is truly a blessing. Give thanks for your safety. That was scary as F. Much respect from Jamaica, fam." Now another user would say, quote, "Walking away from a crash at 170 miles per hour, your angels are watching over you. The comeback is always better than the setback." Now the comment that hit harder than all of those came from a comment that was made the day the news broke of One Stock losing his life. Someone would say, quote, "This was your free pass. Shoulda took the warning. Rest in peace." Now the irony of it all is that after all that, on November 5th, a day before Dre passed away, he had just posted a recent video on his YouTube stating that he was back outside and raced for the first time since his previous incident in June. A lot of people said that the crash of him going 170 miles per hour and hitting the wall was definitely a sign that he needed to slow down and take it easy. And everyone that has commented about One Stock's passing have all said the same thing and stated how he should have appreciated life a little bit more and slowed down. However, everyone has a passion, and it's hard to tell someone to stop or slow down doing something that they love, no matter what it is. It's just unfortunate that One Stock's passion was a bit more dangerous than others. Now throughout the comments, you also see a lot of people mention a cage and or a harness. This is because going that kind of speed, real racers use harnesses and cages to prevent them from ejecting themselves out of a car if they shall ever get into an accident, being that the impact will be very strong. That's another thing that came back to haunt One Stock, which we'll discover after speaking about the actual incident that happened recently. November 6, 2024, One Stock will partake in a race in the late hours of the night. There's no real details about what actually happened, but video will show that everything was fine until One Stock's car will suddenly lose control. Now, out of respect for the family and YouTube guidelines, we're not going to show the whole video, but if you want to find videos, they're all over social media already. Many theories will come out as to what happened, where one user on Twitter will say, quote, "Rest in peace, One Stock F30, bro. According to his friends, his motor blew in the end of the quarter and tires slipped on oil and coolant, causing the rear end to slam into a bridge. The rear half dislocated entirely from the rest of the vehicle. His body was found several feet away." Now remember when we mentioned earlier about having a harness and a cage? This is due to the same exact reason. When you're going that fast, the harness and cage is to prevent you from leaving the vehicle in case of an accident. Keep in mind the type of vehicle we had, it was very, very small, and I'm pretty sure an impact like that probably made it that much worse. So who knows, maybe if he had those installed in his BMW 2 Series, then maybe he would still be with us today. But you know what they say, everything happens for a reason, God don't make mistakes. Now another social media user had something interesting to say, as they pointed out that it seemed like a random puddle in the middle of the area where they were racing. The user would say, quote, Why was there a random puddle at the end of the road? Hashtag One Stock F30. Now that's a good question, because upon seeing the video, I seen the exact same thing, but didn't think much of it myself, because I'm trying to figure out, if that's the case, why didn't the other cars suffer the same fate as well? Now on the other hand, another statement has been issued involving the accident, and it's a text message between someone close to him, allegedly, and the text will read, quote, "Engine blew and leaked oil on the tires and he spun out going at least 160. Bro only had a helmet on, no seatbelt, flew right out. Pushing 1500 with no supporting mods, not even roll cage in the 2 Series is insane, bro. Not even seatbelt is effing insane. Confirmed that he passed at 149 by his team at the hospital." Now just to put a few things into perspective, here's the car after the incident, as well as the chair that was in the car, and just a scene that shows a bunch of car parts everywhere.
Wow. Wow.
Now once again, I'm not sure how many of y'all out there that race cars, or even if you go a high rate of speed on regular highways. But lately, it's been a big surge in accidents that have been fatal because it became a trend to drive fast in heavy traffic and record yourself doing so, then uploading it on social media. They're all over TikTok, Twitter, and so on. The problem with this is you're not only putting your own life in danger, but putting other people's lives in danger that got nothing to do with what you're doing. No matter how good of a driver you are, or sometimes you think you are, it only takes one malfunction for your life to be over, whether you're a great driver or not. In One Stock's case, he wasn't putting anybody's life in danger, but one mistake caused him to actually lose his. Social media will react to his passing, and another influencer who's popular within the car industry, who goes by the name Orange King, will react to One Stock's passing as he would say, quote, "Damn bro, knowing how we came up in this game is crazy to see you going so young. Damn." Another popular influencer by the name of Roscoe would say, quote, "Legend in the BMW community, rest easy little bro, you passed doing what you love the hard way." Popular influencer Officially Gassed also commented saying, quote, "You inspired many people, including myself. Rest in peace, my brother. It was a pleasure to get to know you." Now it's safe to say that Dre, aka One Stock F30, would be greatly missed. Rest in peace to One Stock. My condolences to his mother and family during this difficult time. If you knew or knew of One Stock, drop a RIP in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.
Crashing at 170 is not it. Trust me, like that is not it. That shit is fucking crazy. I just gotta give God thanks.